What is success for a priest? I think we know what success for a baseball player is. What is success for a priest? And by the same token, what is failure? How would a priest fail? We know how a plumber might fail. Yeah, that's obvious. Can you address those things, Father Kevin?
Well, we were talking this morning about one of my favorite films. It was one of my mother's favorite films from 1944, The Keys of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
And Gregory Peck plays a priest who is presumably a failure in his first two assignments, and so he is sent to be a missionary in China. Mm-hmm. And yet he ends up touching the hearts of many people, the lives of many people, through his gentleness, through his humility, through his authenticity. He embodies the best of the priesthood, and so even though it's a fictional character, he is the best of Vincent de Paul and John Vianney and so many others who embody the best of what it is to pattern their lives after the heart of the Lord. Learn from me, for I am gentle and humble of heart. If a person with that kind of a heart touches the soul of another human being, he is a success as a priest. He's a success in what matters to God.
Yes. Father Feller.
Recently, I've been thinking about that idea of success. What does success mean in my priesthood? And on one hand, I would say every single day is successful in that, as Father Kennedy was saying earlier, the job of a priest is to offer the sacrifice of the Mass. And every single day, I offer the sacrifice of the Mass for the glorification of God the Father and the salvation of souls. And so in a sense, I could say every single day for a priest is successful. Now, on another level, well, what does that mean, I guess, away from that reality? It's bringing people closer to Christ, to having people come to realize that Christ is the way, the truth, and the life, and being willing to surrender themselves to that life. And that would be a success for a priest, is to bringing people closer to Christ.
And it does seem the case that Jesus founded this priesthood. He named his apostles to be his followers and preachers, mm-hmm. to bring people to him. Mm-hmm. I am the way, the truth, and the life. So it's an ancient tradition that you're carrying out, but ever new. Mm-hmm. And speaking of success and failure, the person to whom you're bringing people, Jesus Christ, looks a lot like a massive failure when he's up on the crucifix, doesn't he? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But we have the crucifix in the church to remind us of mm-hmm. what?
To remind us that failure and success is not exactly what we think it might be.
Yeah.
That from a Christian perspective, failure in a sense leads to success. That God will allow us to fail. That through our sufferings is actually where our successes or triumphs come. So it's kind of a reverse on the way we normally think of things in society, I would say.
Yes.